Stop guessing what to record. Most YouTubers fail because they spend 40 hours a week filming content that nobody asked for. Meanwhile, the top 1% of creators aren't luckier, they're just using better data. Today I'm going to show you how to build a custom YouTube content extractor that monitors your entire niche, identifies viral outliers before they peak, and delivers a full recording brief to your inbox. No more guessing what to record. Here's why this is a game changer for your channel in 2026. The Outlier advantage. We aren't just looking for high views. This system calculates the performance boost, finding small channels that just hit a massive home run. That is the highest signal data for what the algorithm is looking for right now. Professional research tools can be expensive. We're building this on make.com. A single run of this automation costs less than a penny, and it's tailored specifically to your competitors. By the time you sit down and record, the AI has already analyzed your competitor's hook, identified the content gap, and written your pivot strategy. You just hit record. I'm going to show you exactly how to build this right now. We're going to be building inside of make.com. Let's get into it. So here is what the automation looks like. We search a Google Sheet where we store our competitors and all of their video data. We are searching each of those YouTube channels. We are pulling out all of our competitors' videos from the past week. We are iterating through each of those videos. We are making another API call to YouTube to actually pull more information out about all the videos of our competitors from the past week. The information being pulled includes the view count, the like count, the number count. We have the description, the video title, the thumbnail URL. We are pulling all of that information out. We are storing it inside of Google Sheets. We are actually creating a database of our competitors' videos and what their typical view count, like count, and comment count looks like, so that we can actually go ahead and identify whether one of their new videos was an outlier and an overperformer. And then we can feed that video data, the video data of the outperformers, into AI. AI can analyze all the overperformers of the week and send an email of potential videos that I could be creating, comparing their videos by looking at the videos and generating a new angle on that idea or topic, or generating a video idea that maybe these viral videos are missing on and that I can take from a different angle. This is what that final product looks like, where once a week I have this email sent to my inbox. The Wednesday recording brief. Good morning. We've identified 9 massive outperformers this week with multiple videos exceeding 4,000 to 6,000 above median. So that 4,000 to 6,000 is the percentage above the median view count of these videos associated with their own channel. So we are only comparing channels to other channels. Apples to apples, not apples to oranges. We have a tier of Claude videos. We have 2 outperforming videos that are about Claude. We have why potentially it's an outperformer, and then the pivot. This is the actual idea that AI thinks that I should make a video about when it comes to Claude, to take it at a different angle. Same thing down here as well. It gives some title ideas, more videos about agents, and as you can see, Claude. We have a make.com. This was actually my video. This was my past video, was an outperformer. It only had 100 views, but my median is like 50. So this was more on a technical stack. It knows that my niche is make.com, so it gives me ideas associated with make.com, and then a final conclusion down here. So very cool. I record on Wednesdays or Thursdays, so this ends up in my box every Wednesday morning. It's scraping my competitors' videos from the past week. It stores these channels' videos inside of this Google Sheet here. I have a main sheet here where I'm actually keeping track of all of the channels I want to monitor. Here's my own channel, and then I have all the other channels here, where I'm tracking their view median, like median, comment median, and the actual number of videos inside of each database. Associated with the channel name is actually the title of the sheets. The reason I do that is because the channel ID is always consistent. Someone can change the name of their channel and the whole automation follows along this channel ID right here. So that's why it looks a little confusing there. If we look at my row right here, my channel ID is here. My sheet is therefore here. I'm keeping track of the views, the likes, and the comments. And these columns are also, so my median views is 50. It's actually looking at the F column inside of my sheet. As you can see, this is where my views are tracked. And the same thing with the likes, the comments, and then the number of videos in my data. I go off of the median just in case there is some outliers. Medians tend to completely remove the outliers from the data, so that is why I do that. But I do this for 9 competitors here, and each of these competitors have their own sheet where once a week I'm scraping their new videos, adding them to the database, and then I'm going to see if that video was an overperformer, generating an email for it, sending it off to help me generate content ideas. So that is essentially how the machine works. Let's go in and actually zoom in on what these modules actually look like. So we have this running once a week, Wednesday morning, 8:45 a.m. every week. This will run. What it's doing is it's going into the channels to monitor sheet down here. It's searching all of the rows where the channel name exists, and that is all these rows here. It's pulling all the information from each of the rows. So as you can see here, I have 11 bundles. Those are all the channels that I'm monitoring. And then we're actually making an API call using the YouTube API. This is the correct URL you want to use right here. The way I set this up, I just had AI help me with this. We have get as the method, header content dash type, application JSON. We are actually pulling over our channel ID from that Google Sheet search. This is a dynamic variable, so it'll actually iterate through all the channel IDs one by one. We're pulling only the videos. Max results of 7. We could do more, but I don't see many channels producing more than 1 video per day. And we're looking at videos published after 7 days ago. So this is a formula in order to generate that timestamp of 7 days ago. Because we're running this once a week, we only want the videos from 7 days prior. And then we're actually iterating through all of the YouTube videos that were found. So if we click on here, we're looking at the body. Items are located in here. We have these snippets. So where the items that were generated are actually the different videos. As you can see for this one, we can go even further. We can see that there was one item associated. This is the one video that I posted last week. It has the channel ID. That is what I'm continuously passing on. It has the video ID, which we are then going to use down here. I sleep for a little bit, so we're actually giving some rest between the API calls for YouTube. We don't want to spam the YouTube API. So if you go here, similar setup, I have the same URL we are getting, and I'm actually passing on the video ID, which is called on from here. I'm iterating through those IDs, and I'm pulling the statistics and more information about each of the videos that were retrieved from the week. And one route is going to add that new data to the Google Sheets. So if that video doesn't exist, we search to see if the video exists. We then add it to the given database. So if we look here, I'm actually entering everything in manually, where the sheet name is being passed from the original Google Sheets module, and the sheet name is the channel ID that I'm passing on, just to make it easy. And then I have all this information going in. I have the time that it was published at, the title of the video, the description of the video, the thumbnail URL, tags, and then all the statistics here that I want to keep track of. And there's also more information I could keep track of, but I felt that only this information is what I really wanted. And we are taking the view median of that channel, which was originally pulled from the initial Google Sheet search when we are searching the individual rows. For example, we search my row here. I actually can see what my view median is. A new video being passed into this filter will only be allowed to pass through the filter if it is 150% of my view median. So if my video got 75 views, it would be passing through. That is 150% of my view median. You look at Nick here, he would need 36,000 views over the number of days since the video was published in the last week for it to be allowed to pass through the filter. If the video passes through the filter, we are then creating variables of the video title, the description, the view count, percentage over median, and the thumbnail URL. We are storing this data in a single input, and we are creating this email in HTML code. This was also generated by AI here. This is how I structure my GPT modules, where I have the developer system prompt that is outlining what it's supposed to be doing, its role, what the rules are. And then I have the user prompt that is an example input. And then I have the assistant, which is an example output, what I actually would want the output to look like. And then I have the real user prompt where I'm expecting the output from the GPT. I'm passing along the array that was stored, and that array is going to be all of the set variable data that I stored here. If we go back to this array aggregator, I'm only selecting these fields to aggregate down the line. This is the only information I need to pass on to my GPT, then just does a debrief, and then it passes that HTML directly into a send email Gmail module. I'm just inserting the content of the GPT directly in here. I'm sending it to my personal account, subject line here. That's it. This will run automatically once a week. As you saw earlier, this is what that email looks like, but a very solid system. Ideally, you would build this out to more people in your niche, other competitors. You want to be looking at what everyone's doing. The more competitors that you're analyzing, the more likely it is that you're going to find a good video idea and find better angles on those videos. So let me know if you had any questions. I know we just ripped through this. System is not too complicated. If you're looking to make this API call, have ChatGPT or whatever other AI you're using help you with actually formatting all this information. If you found this helpful, tell me so in the comments, and I hope to see you all next week. Thank you.